What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another AFK Journey video. Alright guys, the official release is tomorrow for this game. So as usual, I want to put out a guide to help you guys start off the right way. And you guys can see here, I created a brand new account. So this is going to be what I'm going to be running with, just so you guys are aware. And the game is in fact going to be fresh from the start. I'm not going to do my old beta account. I'd rather start from fresh. This is what I said to you guys from the beginning, and I plan to play alongside with you guys as much as I possibly can. So I'm on server 14. My character is free to pay as usual. I'll be completely free to play player. The other one I did spend on the battle pass, and that was it. It was a quick $10 transaction, and I don't plan to do that again this time around. So first thing I want to talk about is the beginner's guide, what you should be doing. So when you start off the game, guys, let's just start off what you're going to see. You're going to see a lot of environment. You're going to see a lot of beauty. The number one thing I'm going to state for you guys is just explore and enjoy. That's the simplest thing I can also honestly give you. The best piece of advice is just explore and enjoy. Now, there is going to be a pretty heavy story mode. This is a very story mode driven game with voice acting, a lot of really iconic characters, and incredible graphics with cool design. So if you are a story buff, you can of course read the story. If you're not a story buff, you obviously have the chance to skip these things. Now the battle system is pretty cool as well, and is comprised of various different roles and classifications, and we'll talk more about that. So before I get into that though, one thing I do want to say is don't feel like you need to spend. Okay, I think this is an important one. You guys know how I am about spending. Playing this game now for quite some time on the beta, I am very happy to say, I'm very confident to say, this game is extremely free to play friendly, and it's something that if you have patience, because it is an AFK idle game, you will thrive and you will do well, and you could actually compete. Of course, this does depend on your server. If you have full of whales, then obviously it's going to be a little bit tougher. But if I were you guys, just take your time and enjoy it. Decide on spending later. Of course, spend responsibly if you plan to spend. But for the most part, I confidently can say this game does not require any form of spending. Okay, so don't worry about it. You're not going to kill yourself doing that. Now, another part that a lot of people will want to do in the beginning is going to be most likely re-rolling. I've mentioned this in the reroll guide that I created a while ago, that rerolling is not a necessity, so don't worry about doing that. Now, another thing you can do, of course, is play on the PC client, or you can play on BlueStacks. So shout out to BlueStacks for, of course, sponsoring the video as usual. BlueStacks will allow you to reroll faster if you do plan to reroll. There is no need for it, but if you are a max min kind of person and you're looking for specific characters, rerolling is actually much easier done on BlueStacks, because you can run multiple instances and play it through the BlueStacks application just as well as the PC one, just so you guys are aware. Remember, if you run multiple instances, you can play them at the same time, and when it's time to reroll, you can do as many of those as you possibly want and get the account that you're looking for, and then push that as your main account, and then sign in to your Hotmail or Gmail, or Gmail, I guess Hotmail doesn't really exist as much anymore, as much as you want. So remember that. Now, a couple things you are to note about re-rolling. The first two pities are fixed. You will get Cecilia, which is one of the best, sorry, it's not Cecilia, Cecilia, which is one of the best undead characters or best DPSs in the game for story mode for quite some time. And then the second pity guarantees you one of the strongest healers, whether it's Rowan, Human, or Smokey and Murky. So a lot of people are going to want to go with Smokey and Murky because of their class. But I can tell you now, guys, Rowan is probably one of the best energy off healers in the game, so I would highly recommend perhaps going for them. Now, I've read this story, so we're going to bypass this a little bit, and we're going to keep going here and making sure that we clear this as much as we can. Now, one other thing, you guys can see they showed us the map. Explore this. Take your time, guys, and explore. Have an absolute blast going through this. There are so many different side quests. There's so many waypoints. There's so many treasure chests you can collect, which give you like a ton of resources to allow you to do your summoning, to get some gear, etc. Now, while you're doing this, also battle for the AFK stages. Okay, AFK stages are very important because they will give you guys the most amount of loot you can possibly get in this game, and is the fastest way to advance and keep going as a free-to-play player, especially. So the AFK loot is right here. Sorry, my face is probably blocking it. One sec, let me move this. Where is that? Right there. Let's move this out of the way. I'll show you guys real quick. Right there, the AFK button, click on that, and then when you keep going, right, you'll collect some chests, but eventually you're going to be able to actually do some battles, and when you do some battles, you'll increase the amount of AFK rewards you get, plus you get some rewards for clearing the stages. So highly recommend, guys, to make sure you're doing those and keeping on top of them. They're great little battles. At the same time, they teach you about the game, and they get you guys great rewards while you're doing it. Okay, now invite letters and diamonds. Okay, diamonds and invite letters are going to be what matter the most in this game. Of course, experience points, gold, and essences are also going to matter. Essences especially, because when you hit the top game of 240, level 240, you're going to need to go to your resonating hall and use essences rather than the typical experience books and gold. So make sure you do that. Also, invite letters are plenty. They drop everywhere. They drop all the time, and they are going to be your main source of summoning. You want to hold on to your diamonds for a little bit in case you want to buy gear or anything specific from the shop. But as a free-to-play player, most of the time, you're going to be doing diamonds with summoning and trying to get your characters as fast as you can. Okay. Now, another thing to note as well too for the game, it does have ×2 mode. There is auto mode for battling, so keep that in mind. And at the same time, I want to stress this. Your A-level characters are not useless. As a matter of fact, a lot of A-level characters are really good. And remember, A-level characters can in fact go to the end game of Mythic. So keep that in mind. So A characters that come to mind, for example, are like Odie, Marley, etc., that are extremely good and should be used in this account. Now, in regards to the classes you want to start focusing on first, the best DPS classes in the game are going to be the marksmen. Marksmen are going to be the ones that are going to be probably the easiest to get and also the most powerful in the beginning for DPS. And then after that, your main focus should be on tanking in order to let your marksmen do their thing. And then after that, a support class of a healer. And then you can run either two classes for, you can either run two tanks to do off tanking with each other to help each other out with some sort of support, like someone who does armor shred, for example, or you can run two support, one that gives energy, for example, like Rowan, and another like Smokey Miki, who actually does heals, right? So there are very much different kinds of things you can do, so make sure you are focusing on that. Also, shout out to Private on this one, because I forgot about this, and I was gonna almost forget about mentioning it. Summoning, if you are using diamonds, do not do single pulls. Okay, never ever do single pulls. The reason why is because you can do a multi for 2,700, which is much cheaper. That's an extra pull every single time, versus 300 diamonds for a multi that you normally would be able to do. Okay, so here's the summoning system. I think I've showed you guys this plenty of times. Here's the animation for it. Okay, she throws letters up in the air, and then an invite goes out to a hero. This is always scripted, by the way. You're always going to get the same hero here. I believe it's Lucius. Oh no, it's Marley. I think of this one. Oh no, it's Face. Sorry, I haven't done this in a while. So there you guys go. I think this one is Lucius.
I greet you.
Oh no, okay, they gave me Seth here. Interesting. Okay, honestly, I forget how this one works. It's been a while since I've done a new account. So two good characters. There's an assassin and a healer. So chapter unlocked, you guys can see that, and it is chapter based, so keep that in mind. Now, also your temporal essences and twilight essences, these are used to upgrade your EX weapons, by the way, and you get EX weapons after you get a mythic character. Make sure you use them because they're extremely rare, hard to get, and I don't believe you can actually get them back once you do use them. So invest properly, invest on the characters you plan to do. We'll do a team building guide as well as a character guide and a tier list for you guys. I think I've actually done a tier list, so you can go check out the tier list on who you want to focus on, and that will help you guys at least understand what characters are best for you to use. So there you go, there's a multi right there. You can go ahead and see what's available. Obtained, let's go there. Let's go back here and let's do another. Do I have a chance to do another one? There you go, download and complete, got that. You guys click here. These are all the special offers. Make sure you get the free bundles every time. Okay, you guys can see these are now the pay to win offers here. Again, none of this is necessary, okay? And you can, of course, re-roll for the characters that you are looking for. You guys see I got my first multi available there. And again, you guys can go check out the re-roll guide I created if you plan to re-roll at all. And that will help you guys figure out who you want to go for with the tier list that I created, as well as understanding anything with the gear. Now, speaking of gear, okay, so very important about that. Gear is going to be something that you're going to be actually pretty invested in this game, and it's one of the, I've mentioned this many times, one of the best gear systems out there. Remember that you don't need to collect gear for every character, you just need to collect gear for characters of a specific class. Okay, so everyone who is in that class will benefit from that gear, not just the one unit that you have. So please, 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 guys, make sure you are focusing on that. On marksman first, I would go DPS first, then your tanks, then your support. Those are going to be the most important classes that are going to get you the furthest in this game. Okay. Now, autoplay is not very good in this. Okay. Autoplay is actually pretty brutal. So I will say that. Now, if you are overpowered, it's not an issue. You will definitely benefit from that. So don't worry too much about it. There you go, quick equip. Now this will be on your tank wall. You'll see this later when you open up your halls. But yeah, autoplay is not very good. So please be careful when you're autoplaying. It's going to be much better to just manual for the first little while. Plus you get to explore the game and enjoy it a little more as well. There you go. Got an elite plus there for that. And yeah, so just learn it. Understand it, and we'll do a team building guide later on, just so you guys are aware. Now there are many different game modes. You definitely want to do each one of them once a day at least. So for example, there's a dream realm where you fight actual bosses. Let's do another summon here and see what we get. So this is where you want to re-roll, guys, right here. I mean, you can re-roll here if you don't get what you want, right? I think again this is going to give us Cecilia, right? You'll see right there. It's always planned, so they haven't changed that. Hyperion, okay. There's Lucius. There you go, see? So you're always going to get her. And this is great. This is going to be the best DPS you're going to have in story mode for quite some time. And again, she is a marksman. So that's going to help you benefit on the DPS side a lot. Okay, there's a Wilder Acorn. Oh, nice. Okay, I actually really like her as a tank. Although, she's not the greatest tank. I actually do like her kit a little bit, though. I'll probably use Lucius for now, just for a shield. But there you guys go. So that's who you want to focus on as your main DPS, okay? So you guys can see I have diamonds to redeem 9 more, 2,403. I don't have enough, obviously. So we're going to go ahead and skip that. Remember, this is the part where you are guaranteed her. The other one that you get is not scripted. The other units are not scripted, so you will get something random. And there's another 10 they're going to offer you for $1.39. From there, again, if you're going to stay free to play, don't even stress about it. You're going to be perfectly fine. So there's the hall now, okay? So you guys can see here again, we're going to take him out, put Cecilia in. This is obviously how they wanted to structure this. We're going to take this unit out as well, too. And we're going to put in, hold on, let's do equipment first, actually. Quick equip and marksman. Again, this is where you really want to get that focus on, okay? It's just in the marksmans. Now here, you can obviously remove this as well, like this little chipmunk. Put in an actual tank. So you guys can see here, we've got enough factions here to get a similar setup going. There you guys go. And now we have a pretty good resonance setup for the beginning, and we can now roll the game. Now, at this point, guys, once you're done this, go and have fun. Explore, like I said, do the side quests, do the story quests. You guys can see here there's different things to interact with on the map. Blow up a gate, for example. Collect loot. See that there? Right there is gear for mages, some gold, some EXP, etc. Right? There's a chest here for you. You got to fight the mob first, obviously, as an elite challenge. And they actually tell you tips, like here, the wild wolf gains a buff when wolf companions are adjacent. Consider spreading out the heroes to prevent this from happening. So, like, for example, if I want to do, Cecilia's going to be the back. She's the ranger. We'll take him out. Put Viperian in, put him in the back, take Seth out, put Lucius in, and then we have a fairly decent setup here now, right there. See, now we got everybody spread out, and that way the wolves now will attack from a spread out standpoint, and they won't be adjacent to one another when they come out. All right, guys, there's all the tips I have for now. Again, enjoy, have a blast. I'll do guides on the Dream Realm. We'll do guides on the different towers. We'll do guides on story mode. Arcane Labyrinth, Battle Drills, Legend Trial, and that's the tower system. We'll do modes on Arena. But overall, guys, have a blast. Remember, official release is tomorrow. Get into it. Enjoy it. It's an amazing, wonderful game. I'll be on the free-to-pay account for you guys, playing once in a while whenever I have the opportunity to, obviously. And we will be seeing you guys in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye now.